Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be getting into this hair and makeup look. So this is the first video that I have filmed in my apartment since we moved to Miami. Like, I've definitely been vlogging like since I've gotten here, but this is like my first, like sit down, sit in front of my lights, do my makeup type of video. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you think. Hit that notification bell to start getting notifications every time that I upload. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I turned this 613 blonde wig into like this hair color here, and then I'm also going to get into like this makeup and everything. I just kind of wanted to keep it super chill today and just kind of give you guys like an update on, how everything's been going since I moved to Miami. I uploaded my vlog of like the move from Cali to here, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys like a little update on how everything is going. So if you guys want to see more, then just go ahead and keep on watching. So I'm super excited about this video. We have new lights and everything. There's like no more backdrop anymore. It's just like my little tree here. This is the first video that I'm filming here in my new place in Miami. I literally just put up the other day a vlog of my move here from California. I basically drove for 5 days and yeah, moved from California to Miami. So I finally got all of like my filming equipment, back together, because I basically threw out my old lights from my old setup and got new lights and everything. I haven't really figured out what I want to do with like my background just yet. So right now I just have like this little tree that I got from IKEA and like a little like vase or something that I like put over here in this corner. I don't know that I'm going to keep it like this. It's honestly, I just kind of like threw those two pieces in the background because it's literally just like my wall in the back right here. And yeah, that looked really boring. Definitely like inspired by Mellow Child and Only Bells. They always have like the super cute like greenery like plants going on in like their background, and I've always loved that. It just gives you like it just gives off like this very like peaceful vibe, and I've always loved that about their videos. I got this plant from IKEA. I've been struggling to figure out where to put it in my apartment, so I'm just like, man, we're just gonna go ahead and throw it in the corner right over here and just kind of let it do its thing, She can model in the background while I'm filming. That's cool. It's been kind of like cloudy today in Miami, so I don't think that I'm gonna be like going out anywhere afterwards, but I have this super cute wig that I'm going to be showing you guys how I colored. This video is actually sponsored by Julia Hair Company. Shout out to them for sponsoring this video. I've been working with Julia Hair Company for a really long time. Like, it's been years. So they sent me over a 613 blonde wig, and I went ahead and dyed it. Well, not dyed it, toned it into like this color right here. So let me go ahead and show you guys how I got this hair color first, and then we can get into the install and then the makeup. How I got the hair color, so we can go ahead and install this wig now. Ooh, I love this color so much. It's so nice. So happy with the way that this like shade came out, because I used a few different like tones than I did. What am I trying to say? I used a different toner than I used a different color toner than the toner that I used for this hair is different from the toner that I use in the last video that I did with this like type of hair color. Wow, that took forever to get out. Right here, I'm just gonna pull it back into a ponytail. I'm not doing the bald cap method today because, look, ain't nobody got time. Before I start like securing it down, I'm just gonna go in with some rubbing alcohol and just kind of clean the edges of my hairlines. That way the product that I'm using is like sticking onto my skin really well and isn't like lifting, you know, because of like any oils on my skin and stuff. So I'm not gonna be doing anything too crazy for like my makeup today because I kind of wanted this to just be like almost like a life update type of thing that kind of let you guys in on like how everything's been going since I moved here. I mentioned before that I already put up a vlog of like my trip here from California. I'm so grateful that I got here safely because that was a very long road trip. Like it lasted for 5 days. It was super fun. Like I'm glad that I decided to drive because I definitely had the option to fly. Honestly, I just didn't want to ship my stuff. Like I was so against like shipping like my computer because the last time I did that, like my screen got kind of damaged. So I was like, okay, well, if we're not flying, then we gotta drive. And that's pretty much like how it went down. But it was a really nice like experience. I'm glad that I decided to do that, to move that way. It was so much fun, like seeing like Houston and New Orleans. It was just kind of nice to just like stop by places and just experience everything. Even though the drive was really long and, you know, pretty exhausting, like it was still so much fun. And it's just gonna be like something that, you know, sticks in my memory bank and everything. So yeah, I'm happy about it. I'm glad that I decided to make that decision. I'm definitely not like regretting like the move or anything like that. Like it's been really amazing just being here, honestly, and kind of surreal in a way. But there have been moments where I've just been like super overwhelmed because I'm basically starting from scratch over here. The only things that I really brought like with me in the car was like my clothes, my makeup, you know, like my camera and stuff like that, like my tripod, my computer, of course. That's like the only thing that's been kind of like really overwhelming for me, is just really trying to kind of like get everything together. I'm just grateful, honestly, that I'm even able to like put furniture in here and get everything back to like a way where I can continue to work and stuff. So we're just gonna go ahead and secure this lace down. I've been seeing this product kind of make its rounds on Instagram. This is the ORS Olive Oil Fix It Liquid Fix Spritz Gel. I've seen Arrogant Tay use this like a lot. Like he's always like, you know, saying how amazing this stuff is. So I went to the beauty supply store like maybe like a week ago, and I was just kind of like browsing around, like walking around and stuff, and I noticed that they had this hairspray. So I was like, ooh, I really want to try it. They didn't have the hair gel because there's like a matching hair gel and then there's the hairspray. They didn't have the hair gel, so I definitely want to try and find that because I'm really curious to know how the hair gel works. But I definitely wanted to at least get like the hairspray because you guys know I've used like the Got To Be hairspray method just to cure my wigs. So it's always fun to kind of like try like new products and stuff like that. So yeah, this is just gonna be something new to try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then, you know, I just can always go back to like my Got To Be spray. This is like brand new. I've never used this before, so. Well, that's not a good start, is it? I don't really care too much for this spray because it's like a stream. It's not like a, you know, like an aerosol can where it's like, you know, like a mist. Ooh, but it's like it's super tacky. Like I can already feel it like getting sticky. They're just gonna take it really slow and just kind of like dab that hairspray onto the hairline. So I've got my lace melted down. I actually really like this hairspray. It's just the freaking like sprayer thingy. Like it doesn't like create like a mist. It's just like, it's like creating like a stream. I feel like I may have just gotten like a faulty like bottle or something. I think the next time that I use this too, because I was reading the directions as I was like waiting for this to dry, they're basically suggesting that you apply it, I think, to your skin and then put your lace over. I did like my sideburns that way, and I feel like there's like less product in like the roots of my frontal here. So I think that next time I'll probably just do like the whole entire hairline that way. But so far I really like this hairspray. Like it looks really good. Like it melted into the skin really well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going. So we're just gonna go ahead and start cutting away like this lace. I'm gonna use like a little razor comb to do that. I'm actually gonna cut right here in the center just to make it easier to go over, you know, get really close to the edge. I really want to get the hair gel now. Like I'm so curious to see like how long that combination together would last, because it seems like this like hairspray is gonna last like a pretty long time. It's really like secure, like it's not like going anywhere right now. Here in Miami, it's like super humid. It's like so humid to the point where I've even considered just going like the lace glue route, just out of like pure like fear that like if I use like a hairspray and it's like too humid, like everything's just gonna start lifting. I don't mind using lace glue. I just like to remove my wigs like at night, because I know for me, I don't know about everybody else, but for me, like when I leave like hair products or any type of like stuff like that like on my skin for too long, like I start to break out. Like I'll get little breakouts like on my hairline and stuff if I like leave like hairspray and like all types of product on my skin for too long. I feel like with my edges, I always have like the most issues like getting my lace to stick there. I have like really thick like Ashanti edges, like, or not edges, sideburns. So like there's like a lot of hair here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this hairspray is kind of amazing. I should have known it was going to be great though, because I kept seeing Argente using it, and then I saw Tokyo Styles using it. I was like, okay, it's time to try it. I think I've even seen Jonathan using these products too. So we're going to go in with a little bit more on the back of my hand here with like my rat tail comb, or just using anything pointy. I'm just going to go over the very edge to really make that look seamless. So far Miami's been really great. It's been kind of rainy over here. Like on the way over here, there was actually a category 1 like hurricane like going over South Florida. I was in Orlando when I first got word of it. It was like I think it started off as like a tropical storm, and then it just kind of like escalated to a hurricane. It's been really nice over here. Like the days that are sunny though, it's like so pretty outside. I went to the beach like on one of the first like few days that I was here, and it was just like, I went like in the late afternoon. I think it was like around 4 or 5 o'clock-ish, like right before the sun went down, and it felt so nice. So far everything has been like really nice. Like I honestly don't have any complaints at all. For the most part, everything has been going pretty smoothly. There was a moment where I was a bit overwhelmed with just like trying to get the apartment together and everything, but I feel like I was just kind of like again, like overthinking. I feel like I was just putting a lot of pressure on myself to get the apartment together as soon as possible so I can get back into like filming and stuff, when honestly there's like no need for me to put that much pressure on myself. Like it's kind of unnecessary. I think I just kind of wanted to get back into filming so badly that I like felt that I needed to like hurry up and get it done. It was a really good reminder to, you know, kind of like slow down and take it easy. Like not everything has to be done all at one time, and you know, if like it takes me some time to get everything together the way that I want it to be, that's okay. Especially knowing that, you know, I'm kind of like rediscovering my style all over again as far as like the way that I want to furnish this apartment and like kind of style it and everything. But yeah, it was just kind of like me adding, you know, unnecessary pressure on myself to, you know, have everything done at a certain time and stuff when it's really, you know, not that serious at all. Like it's really not that serious. Once I kind of got through that, like I started feeling a lot better. I feel like ever since I got here, I remember mentioning this in my vlog too, like I feel like a lot of times when I set out to accomplish a goal, like I don't really, once I get to like the goal, I don't really like sit in my accomplishment. I kind of just move on to the next thing. So that's kind of been like the way that I've been treating this apartment. I know that I'm proud of myself for getting here and everything like that, and I've been saying that to myself, but it hasn't been like translating into action. Like I haven't like, you know, just kind of like sat down and like, you know, enjoyed, you know, a nice just kind of quiet day at home or whatever. Like ever since I got here was kind of just like, towards the beginning it was kind of just like, you know, okay, I gotta get this, I gotta go here, I gotta go get that, you know, I need my lights, like I need a like, you know, this furniture and that furniture, whatever. Like, after a while I was just kind of like, you know what, we're not doing that here. Like I'm not doing that to myself. Like it's just so unnecessary and exhausting. I want to make sure that I'm like, you know, enjoying the process as well, so I'm not like getting tired and exhausted and you know not motivated and stuff, like, you know, losing like that motivation to keep going and everything. And I feel like the more pressure that I, you know, tried to put on myself, the more I felt like, you know, less motivated to try and get everything done. I'm just kind of like just going with the motions at this point, you know, kind of taking it a day at a time. Like really just, you know, taking my time as far as figuring out like how I want this, you know, place to kind of like flow. Like I know that I'm gonna be here for a while and I want it to just really be like a sanctuary for me, because I work here, I live here, like I basically am here all the time, so I want to make sure that it's like super comfortable and that like I enjoy my space and everything. So, and I know that that's going to take some time, like it's not going to just happen overnight or whatever. And yeah, so there's no need to like put any like pressure on myself to you know, figure everything out in a day. So I've been going on like Pinterest. I swear to you guys, Pinterest is like everything. Like I literally, anytime like I'm, you know, in need of like ideas or something like that, or visuals for an idea, like I always go to Pinterest. So Pinterest has been like my like the sole like provider of like my inspiration for this place. I'm pretty sure like Pinterest is where I kind of like got the idea to make like a little book corner. I've always wanted to have like a library. I feel like having a library at home I think would be so cool. Just having like a huge gigantic room with like ceiling high bookshelves and stuff, like one of those ladders that like roll around and everything. Like I've always thought that that was so cool. But seeing as, you know, this is just an apartment and I can't really do anything like that, I figured, you know, a little reading corner would work just fine. And Pinterest like really inspired like that, like just the way that I approach that and stuff. Just like looking at other people's like libraries and stuff. I'm just like, man, I want to have a library too. It's like really exciting though to kind of see everything come together. It's really cool to like, you know, have an idea and then just kind of see it like come to life. Like that's like been like my favorite part about the whole entire process. I know some of you guys are going to notice this too. I also changed my YouTube and my Instagram handle names. So for Instagram, it's tiffany.jones, and then for my YouTube channel, it's just my first and my last name, Tiffany Jones. I just know that I want to do more with my channel, not just, you know, makeup and stuff. Like I really want to get into vlogging. I really want to get into like, you know, just kind of like other things like for my YouTube channel and kind of like mix up my content more. Even though I feel like I am an artist and that's like one of my and makeup is still like, you know, one of my first loves. I feel like, you know, as time goes by, I want to feel okay to like expand and like grow in my channel and not be like restricted to like that name. So yeah, so I just ended up changing it to like my first and last name. I really want to expand like the range of like my content, so it's not just solely makeup. And I just know that that YouTube and Instagram name just wasn't going to like reflect the way that my channel is going to kind of like progress. I honestly have been wanting to change like my name for a really long time. Like I remember when I first came up with that name, like I wasn't even sold on it like then. I just kind of like, you know, did it because I knew that I needed like a YouTube name, but it wasn't even something that I like really liked from the very beginning. So I wasn't like fully attached to that name, so I was like perfectly okay to like change it and stuff. Like it's not like, for me, it's not like a huge deal or anything like that. I was like super ready to just kind of get rid of that name and do something that's a little bit more, you know, that's gonna better reflect the way that my channel is gonna progress in the future. So my sideburns are kind of like lifting a little bit, but I honestly feel like it's because I didn't really do a good job as far as like, you know, cleaning my skin. And I have like a lot of hair on my sideburns, so, you know, things don't tend to stick well when I'm applying product onto like my sideburns. So I'm not really like blaming the product for that. I feel like that's more so just me and like the way that my, you know, sideburns are. So I'm just going in with like a little thin layer of that hairspray again. I'm just like pressing on the sprayer like very gently and just kind of like tapping it in so that way I don't get like too much hairspray everywhere, because it literally is like dripping on my pants and my shirt and I'm just like wet. But the product is so good, so I'm not even like, that's the only reason why I'm like finessing it, is because the product is so good. Oh, someone's at the door, hold on. Sorry guys, I got a package from Pretty Little Thing. I ordered some stuff off of their website the other day because they're having like a Black Friday sale. It says the whole site was like 60% off. I feel like my wardrobe just kind of needs like an update. I feel like I've been feeling like that for a while. I'm just going in with some foundation right now, with some cream foundation from Ruby Kisses. And I'm just kind of like touching up the part that I have here. And this is like a color that's kind of closer to my skin tone. I'm not like adding like a ton of this though. I'm just like tapping the brush into the cream foundation like very lightly, like that. And then I'm just kind of like working that into like the areas that probably need like the extra, you know, color. Let me know if you guys want to see a little haul video. I got some stuff from Pretty Little Thing. I got some stuff from Zara. Ooh, this lace looks good. See, man, I rock with Julia Hair Company. They never fail me. The way that that hairspray like just melted that lace in is just crazy. I don't know what it is, but I just love how like blonde hair like makes my face like look so much brighter. I'm definitely going to be styling this hair, but I'm gonna do that later on. So I'm just gonna start pulling this all back, and so that way I can move on to like my makeup. I'm just gonna add my little like satin scarf right here and just like let that just to kind of keep my edges like protected. So I'm just gonna press that against the front of the lace there. That's pretty much like what I'm gonna do for like my hair for right now. I'm gonna pause with it and move on to makeup because I haven't really decided if I want to keep the hair straight or if I want to do like some curls. I'm leaning towards curls, but I don't know. So I'm just gonna do my makeup first and kind of like figure it out like as I'm going along. Wait, is my moisturizer? Excuse me, yes, with my moisturizer. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my makeup now. We're gonna do skincare first. So I'm gonna go in with some moisturizer. I'm using the Pharmacy Daily Greens Oil-Free Gel Moisturizer, and yeah, looks like this. So we're gonna go in with that first. There's some people outside that are making a lot of noise. I'm such a nosy person. like if I hear people outside, like I'll like go up to the window and like peek through the blinds and stuff and be like, what they doing? I'm so freaking nosy. It's the worst. I really like this moisturizer though. Like this is it's like a gel formula, and it's definitely one of my favorite gel like moisturizers for sure. It's just very like light and it smells amazing. Like this one it just smells so freaking good. All the pharmacy products that I've tried, I've always loved. Like their products are just like really, really nice. Yesterday I was so bummed with myself. I had like a pimple on my cheek right here, and well, not yesterday, I think this was the day before yesterday, and I like poked it by accident with a makeup brush. Now I'm like having to worry about another freaking scar on my face. But honestly, I feel like my skin has been doing pretty well since I've gotten here. Like that was like the first like pimple that I got since being here, and I feel like that's pretty good. Like honestly, like I really thought that I was gonna have like issues with my skin, kind of like acclimating to like the environment and the weather and stuff like that, just like the air and everything, because it's a lot more humid here than it is in California. But I feel like my skin has been doing super, super well. I feel like if anything, like the change in like air quality and like the humidity has actually been good for my skin. So I'm then gonna go in with some eye cream. I'm using the Henderson Banana Bright Eye Cream, and we're just gonna smooth that underneath the eyes just to keep those babies nice and moisturized. So I'm considering getting lash extensions. I've never had lash extensions before, but they just look so cute, and like effortless. Like, I want to wake up with like nice lashes. That sounds like a vibe. I've just always been afraid of like, because I know I like to do like eye makeup and stuff, so I've always been kind of like afraid that it would make it more difficult to do like my eye makeup and stuff, because I'm not like, if it's gonna like complicate my makeup routine, like I don't want to do it. Like, I'm using the Huda Beauty, this is a new primer. I'm using the Huda Beauty Water Jelly Hydrating Primer. This is a brand new product. I've never tried this before, but we're gonna test it out. But I've seen other people that like do like heavier eye looks use or have lash extensions, and it seems like it doesn't really bother them or anything. So it kind of makes me feel that maybe I can kind of work with them. This is a very interesting primer. It's very like liquidy. Like, it's a lot more liquidy than I thought it was going to be. For some reason, when I saw it like in the bottle, it reminded me of like, I thought it was going to be more of like a jelly type of texture, like a thicker, like stickier type of texture, but it's very like watery and like very thin. I mean, it is called a water jelly, so that makes like perfect sense, but I don't know why. For some reason, I thought it was gonna come off like way thicker. It has a little bit of a stick to it, so I feel like my foundation will probably hold on to it really well, but we shall see. I've never used that primer before. It's like brand new to me, so we'll see how it goes. And then just to kind of give my skin a little bit of extra like glue before I go in with my foundation, I'm gonna use the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Set and a refresh spray. So we're just gonna do a couple of sprays of this, and then I'm just gonna dry that down with my fan. I don't think I'm going anywhere today. Like, I pretty much have to edit for the rest of the day, so I'm not really too worried about having like my makeup last for a really long time and like, you know, all the other stuff. Like, if I go out, it'll be like later at night just to like go to the grocery store, but I don't think I'm gonna be going out or doing anything like immediately after this. So I'm not really worried about trying to make my makeup like stick and stuff for like my mask. Next up, I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty. This is the Faux Filter Skin Finish Buildable Coverage Foundation Stick in shade 430N or Gingerbread. I have been really liking this foundation. I used it on my Instagram stories, like a tutorial that I did. And it's honestly, this is such a good foundation. I can't even lie to you. It's really good. It's not like a super like full coverage foundation. I feel like it's more of like a medium coverage, but I feel like you can build it up to be like a full coverage foundation. It's not like a super full coverage foundation. I feel like it's more of like a medium, but you can definitely build it up to be full. But yeah, I've just been really loving like this formula. I feel like it just glides onto the skin so well. I've been using a like brush to blend it out, just to like really spread the product, and then I'll use like a sponge after to kind of like smooth out any texture. So I think I'm gonna try and see the chiropractor after, let's see, today is Wednesday, so definitely not Thursday or Friday, but I'm probably gonna try and go like Monday or Tuesday to the chiropractor. I feel like I have TMJ. If I don't have TMJ, then I know I have some form of like jaw issue or something, because I just like really like have a lot of tension like in my jaw. Like, it's so bad to the point where I've like considered getting like Botox to kind of like relax my masseter muscle. It's really like changed like the shape of my face over the years. Like, I feel like my face is a lot more square these days, and like one side, I feel like this side of my face is actually larger than the other side of my face. Like, it's probably something that like most people don't even notice, but I guess because I look at myself in the mirror a lot, I notice it. That aside, like, I feel like my I hold like a lot of tension in my jaw anyways, and it can be like super uncomfortable, especially when I'm sleeping. Like, I'll grind my teeth like when I'm sleeping. A lot of the times I'll wake up with like really bad headaches because of like the teeth grinding. So I'm thinking about scheduling an appointment with a chiropractor on like Monday or Tuesday to see like if there's anything that can be done to like kind of like realign my jaw. I thought like I should do that before I go like the whole like Botox route, because if it's just as simple as like, you know, just getting like having like that realignment done by a chiropractor, and I feel like that's definitely, I would definitely prefer that over, you know, getting Botox for sure. I definitely feel like it's something that I want to, you know, correct if I can, because it's like, who wants to wake up in the morning with like a headache, you know, like all the time? Like I feel like that's like what it's kind of came down to, is like, you know, a lot of times I'll just wake up in the morning and I just have like these really bad headaches because I'm just like, while I'm sleeping, I'm like literally like clenching my jaw. The next thing that I want to do is add my like under eye and like brightening concealer. I don't know which one I'm gonna use though. I think I'm just gonna go in with the Makeup Revolution one first. This is the Ultimate Coverage Crease Proof Concealer in C11.2. This is a super thick concealer, so I'm not gonna use a ton. I'm just gonna go in like right in here to kind of like conceal like this darker spot, like right over here. Like right in there, there's like a bit of darkness, so I'm just basically just trying to correct that. I feel like this concealer reminds me of like the Kevyn Aucoin Essential Skin Enhancer. Like it's very like thick in texture, but I haven't used that Kevyn Aucoin concealer in a long time, so I could be wrong. But if I remember correctly, it kind of has like that same like super thick like texture and like that really intense coverage. Like that's like the vibe that I get from this concealer. I'm going to use the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. This one is in T100 is the shade that I meant to grab. Also known as Golden Amber, but just like in here, I'm not going to really take it too far out. And then I'm also going to highlight the forehead. Just kind of add it in the center there, and then drag it down the bridge of the nose, and a little bit on the cupid's bow. Right in here, beside the mouth. And a little bit on the chin. I'm just taking that same blending brush that I went in with my first concealer. I'm just going to start blending out the edges first, and then I'll work my way inward to blend out like that part. Honestly, I'm quite excited to be done with 2020. I know a lot of people are, and I don't blame them. I guess my hope is that we don't carry the same, you know, all the things that we experienced in 2020, we learn from it and bring the growth in. Because I feel like so many people, including myself, are so done with like 2020, but I feel like the real question is, did we really learn anything from this year? Like how ready we are to carry that growth into 2021. I really feel like everything happens for a reason. Whether it's to teach you something or to help you grow or whatever would have you. That's just always been my like, you know, thinking, is that like nothing happens for no reason. That's how I feel about like literally everything. So I don't know, I feel like everything that happened in 2020 like happened for a reason, and a lot of it I feel like was to like expose a lot of things, but also to teach us stuff. I know that everyone wants to get out of 2020, but honestly, if like we haven't learned anything from this year, it's basically just going to be a repeat of the year all over again into the next one. I guess my only thing with that is that no matter how ready you are to be done with 2020, if you haven't learned anything from this year, you're basically just going to carry the same problems and energy into the next year. So I think that's just like the most important part, is just make sure you understand like what it is that you were supposed to learn, you know, this year, so you don't carry those mistakes with you into the next year. I love this CoverGirl concealer so much. Like I feel like it's one of those like concealers that's not really like talked about too much, but it's honestly so good. I don't think that I'm going to do any type of cream contouring, so I'm gonna go ahead and start setting everything with some powder, and I'm super excited about this powder because it's brand new. I'm gonna use the new One Size Beauty translucent setting powder by Patrick Stahl. This packaging is honestly so cute. Like, it's the little pink packaging, and it's like the OS is kind of like, it's like sticking out of like the cover from like the top, so it's like, you know, I don't know how to describe that, but regardless, the packaging is super cute, and I'm really excited about this powder because I never really got a chance to try the powder that Patrick came out with MAC. So I'm glad that he came out with some setting powders, because I feel like Patrick knows setting powders. Like, I feel like he's like the expert at like setting powders. So he actually came out with 2 different translucent powder shades. There's the one in translucent, which is the one I'm going to use to set my under eyes, and there's also one in dark deep. And he also came out with a little powder puff, so I'm going to use this too to set the under eyes. I'm not going to go in with like a ton of product, just to really kind of get a feel for the formula. Dang, that looks good. Definitely has more coverage than I anticipated. Like, I feel like I'm getting some like brightness going on, but I'm not mad at it, honestly. I'm trying to get like that super inner corner right here. I need like a triangle shaped powder puff to like get like that inner corner there. Okay, I see you, Patrick. Okay, so I'm basically just like tapping over the areas that I want to set, and then I have like a really fluffy brush next to me that I can use to kind of like get any excess powder like right off, because I'm not really trying to like bake with this right now. I just want to set everything. So I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker bronzer, and this one is in shade Cocoa Naughty, and I'm just gonna hit all the areas that I want to add a little bit of extra warmth to. So for me, that's like the forehead. I like to go in with the cheekbones, a little on the nose. I've been really liking this bronzer, especially now that it's like the winter time. I feel like I can use this bronzer, and it looks a lot more like flattering. Before, I feel like because it was like the summer, I feel like I was a little too tan for this and I needed like a deeper shade. I think I was gonna go get like the next shade up from this, but I think I just forgot or something. I don't know. It's funny because I never used to like contouring my nose, but now I've just been like super into like doing like a light contour. So I'm just gonna go in with like an angled, like fluffier brush. This one's from Makeup Addiction, and I'm just gonna like hit the sides of my nose. I'm not like taking it all the way down like the tip of my nose though. I'm just kind of keeping it like on the sides, like right here on the bridge. So my bronzer's on my nose. I'm gonna start snatching up the nose using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Floss Finish Powder, and this one is in shade number 2 medium, and I'm just gonna add that to a sponge and just start snatching the sides of the nose here. I've never used this powder to bake, so I'm kind of curious to see how it's gonna work. Sorry guys, I know I got quiet. I'm just like super focused. Like, I'm trying to get this nose right. I don't think that I'm gonna bake this though. I was going to, but I'm kind of scared to because I've never baked this powder before, so I'm just gonna dust it away. Ooh, I should have left it on. It looks so good. So I'm just gonna leave that bake on the bridge of the nose and just dust off this powder on the sides. So I'm using a blush combination from Milani. So I'm using shades Rose D'Oro and Coco Felicita, and I'm gonna do a mixture of those two for my blush today. I'm using a smaller amount of that deeper shade because it's super pigmented. Like, that color is so pigmented. I remember the first time that I used it, like, I used way too much. Like, I didn't know like it had that much like pigment to it, so I went in with like a super, you know, heavy hand, and it was just a lot. So I'm only using like a small amount of that and mostly going in with the Rose Doro color, which is like this more like pinky type of shade. But I love this like blush combination. I feel like it just gives like that perfect pinky brown type of color. To highlight, I'm going to use my very sad MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Oh Darling. She's all broken up inside. It's so sad. Just going to add a little bit to the bridge of the nose and to the tip of the nose here. I'm going to do some faux beauty marks now. I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks Color Fix. This is the matte one in shade Chocolate. I'm just going to add a tiny bit to the back of my hand and just kind of like dot that where I want like my faux beauty marks. I feel like I have like new ones coming. Like there's like a new one that started right here. And then it's like right there. And then I have another one that's like starting right here. Like it was really light at first and now it's starting to get darker. I feel like I have like new ones coming. Like there's like a new one that started right here. And then it's like right there. And then I have another one that's like starting right here. Like it was really light at first and now it's starting to get darker. I'm gonna add one to where I have like my bump here. I don't know what happens, but my camera stopped recording. So I'm just gonna go through the products that I used after I was done putting on my little faux beauty marks. So I think after that I went ahead and did my brows because I don't think I did much of anything else after that. So I think I can just go through like the products that I used real quick and like, you know, let you guys know at least like what I used, because I had no idea that my camera wasn't even recording. But for my brows, I went ahead and used my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I set using the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. So that's my brows. I used a brown liner for my eyes. So that was the One Size Beauty Point Made 24-hour gel liner pencil in a busty brown. I did like a really small like winged liner there, just something like a really small like baby wing, and then I added some lashes. I'm using some Lily lashes and these are in the style Ella. And I just did some mascara on the lower lashes. I didn't put anything on the waterline. And then for my lips, I used a mixture of 2 different lip liners from JCat Beauty. I have on their Holy Addiction lip liners in brown and deep brown. And then to fill them in, I used the Artist Couture lipstick in Power Play. I'll give you guys a little swatch so you can see. So that's the color right there. I did that for my lipstick. And then I did the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in shade Opal for my gloss today. I actually ended up using a little bit of the Artist Couture lip gloss in Le Freak. I wasn't going to use this one because it's super glittery and I didn't really want like a glittery type of lip look today, but it's not that bad. So I went ahead and added just a little bit of this onto the center. I think that's pretty much it. It was just like my brows and my eyes and lips basically. That's pretty much all I did. I use the same technique all the time for my brows, and yeah, nothing's really new for like the way that I do like my lips and everything. It's just like, you know, different lip combinations and stuff. So I feel like that's not too bad. I don't know what happened there. I guess I didn't realize that my camera wasn't filming. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up my hair. I'm gonna do some curls. I already have my curling wands kind of like set to the side. And I'm not gonna go in like too, you know, perfect with my curling wand. I just kind of wanna, you know, get a light curl going. So I'm not even like wrapping all of the hair. It's more like, you know, a third of it, like maybe a little bit more than half or something. Man, I really cannot believe that Thanksgiving is here. Like, it just came by so fast. Like, geez. That means my birthday is like not too far away. It's on Christmas. I'm actually quite excited for my birthday this year. I didn't think I was going to be, especially with like COVID and everything, like, but I'm actually like kind of excited about it. Honestly, like in the past though, it used to kind of like make me sad when I wouldn't do anything for my birthday. Because since my birthday's on Christmas, it's kind of hard to do anything at all like the day of, because everything's closed, you know, it's Christmas And yeah, just like you can't really do anything. So anything that I can do, I have to do it like the day before, the day after, or whatever. Before in the past, when, you know, I didn't do anything, it would kind of like bother me and, you know, make me sad and stuff. But these days I'm just kind of like, you know, if I have to stay in, then I feel like I know myself well enough to, you know, find things to do to, like, you know, make the day a good one. This year I'll be turning 28, which is really crazy. Sometimes I can't even believe that I'm like this old. Because it just feels like yesterday that I like graduated high school. I feel like if I do decide to go out, then I probably would just go and have like dinner or something like that. And if I stay in, then Postmates. Postmates for sure. And it's like some really good movies, like some of my favorite like romantic movies, because I'm a hopeless romantic and I love like romance movies. Those are like my favorite. I'm all curled up. I'm just going in with my hairbrush to soften these curls because I like mine to kind of be a little bit softer than this. Like, I feel like my curling wand, my larger curling wand, is like a little too soft, but this one is like makes my hair a little too tight. So like I'd rather use this one instead and just like comb it out, and I feel like once I comb it out, it's like that perfect, you know, balance that I like. I think the last thing I'm gonna do is just kind of cut some layers into this hair. I'm mostly just gonna go into like the front right over here, like where the bang is. So I'm just gonna pull this hair up like this. Mind you, I'm not a professional, so don't judge my cutting. I just go ahead and, well, not that much hair. I think like, yeah, that much right there I think is good. I know that I probably want to cut it like right about here. So I'm just gonna take my scissors and cut. And then just kind of push that back. Just like that. Then from there, I'll just go in with my scissors again and just kind of like cut anywhere that I feel like needs to have more of like that layered look. But most of the cutting that I do is just in the front. I don't really like go like in the back or anything like that. I remember when I used to like never cut layers in my hair at all. Like I would just like curl my hair or whatever, or install my wig and just kind of like let it just like not do anything at all. And I'm just like, looking back, I'm just like, man, like why did I ever do that? Like I honestly feel like just cutting layers, like even if it's just like in the front, like it just makes all the difference in the world on how like the hair like moves and everything. That's pretty much all I've got. I'm gonna go ahead and put on a cuter shirt because this little hair and makeup look deserves it. And that pretty much completes this look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give this a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and hit that little notification bell so that way you get notified anytime that I upload. Did I miss anything? Oh, no, wait. Yeah, we're good. I think we're good. I'm super excited about like everything that is going to be kind of like changing from here on out. I knew like even before I moved to Miami that I wanted to start doing more with my channel. It's been something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, so I'm excited that I finally have like the space to kind of do it. Still heavy on the makeup. We're just gonna be like, you know, dipping and dabbing into like other types of content as well. I feel like vlogging is something that you guys have like been asking for the longest time, so I'm like super excited to be like getting into that and like, you know, giving you guys an opportunity to kind of, you know, get to know me a little bit more. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that's pretty much all I've got for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.